Today, we're really getting into something that often trips up even advanced English learners, people with amazing fluency.
Yeah, it's those phrasal verbs, isn't it? Deceptively simple little things.
Exactly. You feel like you've got the grammar down, your vocab solid, but then boom, these tiny verbs plus a preposition completely change the meaning. It feels almost random sometimes.
It really does. That's often the point where the language stops feeling predictable. It's like hitting a bit of a wall.
Absolutely. And look, speaking without them, your English might sound, well, technically correct, but maybe a bit stiff, a little unnatural.
Whereas using them well, that's when you start sounding truly native-like, really conversational. But you can't just memorize long lists. That approach, honestly, it rarely works.
It doesn't stick.
Yeah.
So our mission today isn't about lists. It's about building like a mental map, a cognitive map, using a story so you can actually feel the meaning and recall it instantly.
Right. We want you to have that intuitive grasp, even when you're speaking under pressure.
And the verb we're tackling today is a big one. It's everywhere. Make up. We're going to pull apart the 6 most common, most crucial meanings you need to know.
The goal here is genuine confidence. So you can use all 6 of these meanings naturally without even thinking twice.
And we're doing this with just one short story, a really memorable one, we hope, that acts as a kind of emotional blueprint.
Yeah, a framework for your brain to hang these meanings on.
Okay, let's dive in. The story features Sophia and Ben. Picture them in their apartment, maybe a bit chaotic city life,
Okay, got it.
And Ben? Well, Ben has messed up. Big time. A truly epic domestic failure.
Oh dear, what did he do? I feel the tension already.
It's a classic blunder. He completely, totally forgot Sophia's birthday.
Ouch. Okay.
So imagine the next morning, she's making coffee, the silence is just heavy. Ben knows he's in deep trouble. He absolutely has to fix this sincerely. He has to make up for it. That's meeting number 1.
Right, make up for it. That need to compensate, to sort of rebalance things after a mistake. It's a perfect emotional starting point.
Definitely. So what does he do? In this moment of sheer panic, he goes for a really high-risk strategy.
Uh-oh.
He decides, on the spot, to make up a story, meaning number 2. A completely unbelievable fabrication.
Let me guess, something elaborate.
Totally elaborate. About this secret surprise trip to Paris. It was so secret, you see, he had to pretend to forget the actual birthday.
Oh, Ben, that's never going to work. Trying to cover one mistake with a lie, that usually just makes things worse.
It did, predictably. Yeah. It led to a pretty tense argument. Serious stuff, about remembering things, about priorities. But crucially, they actually value their relationship.
Okay, so there's hope.
There is. After a really honest, maybe difficult conversation, they decide to, kiss and make up, meaning 3, they reconcile. The conflict is over.
Reconciliation. Peace restored. Okay, good.
So the storm clouds have passed. They're planning a belated birthday dinner. Sophia goes to the bathroom to, put on her makeup, meaning 4.
Okay, the cosmetic sense. Straightforward enough.
Yep. And as she's finishing, she looks over at Ben, maybe with a little smirk, and she drops this statistically accurate bomb.
Oh, what did she say?
She says something like, Ben, it's funny. We women, we actually make up more than half the world's population. That's meaning 5, composition. Yet, she says, we still have to deal with men forgetting our birthdays.
Excellent point. And a perfect example of makeup meaning constitute or form.
Exactly. So Ben, he's totally defeated now, but also kind of amused, right?
Oh.
He throws his hands up. He basically says, okay, you win, and adds that he still hasn't actually made up his mind about where to take her for dinner, meaning 6. He gives her the choice.
And there you have it, all 6. Compensation, invention, reconciliation, cosmetics, composition, and decision, all woven into one little domestic drama.
It really works, doesn't it? That narrative context, the emotion, it makes them stick.
It makes all the difference. That emotional tag is what helps you, the listener, recall the right meaning later. Before we get into the nitty-gritty grammar, just notice how different each situation felt.
Yeah, compensation feels different from invention, which feels different from making peace.
Exactly. Appearance, structure, deciding, they all have their own flavor. Okay, shall we dive into the mechanics a bit? Look under the hood.
Let's do it. Meaning 1 first. Fixing the mistake. Ben had to make up for forgetting.
Right. To make up for something. This is purely about compensation, like you said, restoring balance, covering a loss or a mistake. Now, grammatically, this one's important. It's inseparable.
Inseparable meaning?
Meaning make and up and for stay together. They're glued. You always say make up for plus the thing you're compensating for, a noun or a gerund, like make up for the delay or make up for missing the meeting.
Okay, inseparable. Make up for plus the mistake. Got it. But hang on, I know people get confused. Are you making up for the mistake or making it up to the person? Is there a difference?
Yes, excellent question. That's a really crucial distinction. Make up for focuses on the thing, the mistake, the delay, the forgotten birthday. But if you want to focus on the person who is wronged, the structure changes slightly. You use make it up to someone.
Okay.
So Ben had to make up for forgetting the birthday. Why? To make it up to Sophia, you need that little word it and the preposition to. Make it up to someone.
That clears it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's compensation. Now, meaning two, invention. Ben decided to make up a story. You said the grammar flips here.
Completely flips. Meaning two is about fabrication, invention, creating something maybe untrue, like an excuse, or maybe just imaginative, like a story character. And this one is separable.
Separable. Okay, and that means?
It means the object, the thing being invented, can go between make and up, or it can go after up. So you can say, he made up a story, or he made a story up.
Right. But isn't there a rule about pronouns? Like it?
Exactly. This is the key rule for separable verbs. If the object is a pronoun like it or them, it must go in the middle. You have to say, he made it up. You cannot say, he made up it.
Okay, that's a big one to remember. Pronouns must go in the middle. So make it up, make them up.
Precisely. And use this for lies, excuses, but also, positively, like a writer making up characters or kids making up a game.
Gotcha. Okay, from invention, let's jump to reconciliation, meaning three. After the fight, they decided to make up. The peace treaty, as you called it.
Yes, simply to make up. It means to reconcile, end a conflict, become friends again. Grammatically, this is often used intransitively, meaning it doesn't need an object, they just made up.
But you can add who you made up with.
You certainly can. You often add with plus the person, like she finally made up with her brother, or have you two made up yet?
And I love how versatile this is. It works for a small spat between kids, right up to, like, huge business rivals deciding to make up and merge.
Absolutely. It covers the whole spectrum of reconciliation. And of course, there's that lovely little idiom, kiss and make up, very common.
Right. Okay, now for meaning four. This one's different again because it's not even a verb anymore, is it? Sophia applying her makeup.
Exactly. A crucial shift here. This is the noun form makeup, and it specifically refers to cosmetics, things you put on your face.
So for someone listening trying to tell the difference, what's the number one clue? It's the noun. Apart from context, obviously.
It really comes down to two things, how it's written and how it's stressed. The noun is often written as one word makeup or sometimes hyphenated makeup. And critically, the stress is on the first syllable, makeup.
Stress is key.
It's absolutely key. Compare it to the verb forms we just discussed. Reconciliation, makeup, invention, makeup. The stress is on up. But the noun, makeup, training your ear for that stress shift is vital.
Makeup noun. Makeup verb. Got it. And it's funny, isn't it, how that original idea of compensation, meaning one, kind of sneaks back in here sometimes.
It does. You mentioned it earlier. We use makeup as an adjective derived from that compensatory idea, like a makeup exam or a makeup class.
Right. It's compensation for the one you missed.
Exactly. The core meaning follows the word, even when its grammatical function changes. It's quite elegant, really.
Okay, two more meanings left. The more structural and strategic ones, meaning five. Composition, Sophia's comment that women make up more than half the population.
Yes, this is the language of reports, demographics, science. It means to constitute, to form, to be the components of a larger whole. Hydrogen and oxygen make up water. Different ethnic groups make up the city's population.
You see this one everywhere, in news reports, academic papers.
Constantly. The structure is usually makeup plus the quantity or group. Now, technically, it is separable, but honestly, you almost never see it separated in practice. People usually say, these students make up the majority, not these students make the majority up. It sounds a bit clunky.
Okay, so usually keep it together.
Usually. But the really critical structure here, the one you absolutely need to recognize, is the passive voice. The board is made up of 5 women and 2 men, or the committee is made up of experts from various fields.
Right, is made up of, I see that passive form all the time.
You will. It's incredibly common, especially in formal writing and presentations. So active. X makes up Y, passive description. Y is made up of X.
Okay, that makes sense. And finally, meaning 6, the strategic one, the decision-making one. Ben hadn't made up his mind.
Yes, the idiom, to make up one's mind. It means to decide, to choose. But it often implies sort of a process, some deliberation or difficulty in reaching that decision. You wouldn't usually use it for instant, trivial choices.
Right, it suggests some effort was involved.
Exactly. Grammatically, it's an inseparable idiom. The phrase functions as a single unit. But there's one huge trap here, a really common error.
Let me guess. Something missing.
Precisely. The possessive adjective is missing. You must always say, make up my mind, make up your mind, make up his mind, her mind, their mind, our mind. You absolutely cannot say, make up the mind.
Wow, okay. So never he needs to make up the mind. Always he needs to make up his mind.
Always, every single time. That possessive is non-negotiable. It has to be there. Nail that and you'll sound much more natural using this idiom.
That detail alone is pure gold for avoiding errors. Okay, great. So we've covered the 6 meanings. Now, just quickly, let's recap a couple of those common traps that we mentioned, just to really hammer them home. Trap 1 was that active versus passive thing with composition.
Right. Easy to confuse. Remember, active, students make up 60%. They are the 60%. Passive, the group is made up of students. That's describing what's inside the group, usually more formal.
Got it. And trap 2, don't mix up makeup when it means invention or fabrication.
With the completely different phrasal verb setup, which means to arrange or prepare something.
Right. You make up an excuse, but you set up a meeting or set up your new equipment. Imagination versus practical arrangement.
Exactly. And let's just say it one more time, trap 3, the missing possessive.
Yes. Don't forget it in make up one's mind, my mind, your mind, his mind. Always include it.
Always. Okay, so why does this one verb matter so much? Why is it so embedded in the language, thinking culturally?
Well, think about music. For a start. Meaning 3, reconciliation, making up after a fight that's like half the themes in pop music, right?
Absolutely. It's a universal emotional shorthand for relationship drama and resolution. Everyone gets it instantly.
But then contrast that emotional side with, say, the news or academic writing. Meaning 5, composition, is totally different. It's the bedrock of statistics and reports.
It really is. It's the standard formal way to talk about percentages, demographics, components. X makes up Y% of Z. You simply can't avoid it in formal communication.
And then in everyday life, meaning 6, make up your mind. You hear that everywhere, don't you?
Oh, constantly. It's the sound of impatience, of deliberation. Think reality TV shows, family discussions. Just make up your mind already. It captures that feeling of struggling to choose.
So really, this whole deep dive into makeup, what does it tell you, the listener? It shows how one tiny 2-word phrase can span this huge range from deep personal emotion to cold, hard data.
And the big takeaway, the Fluency Manifesto, if you like, is this. Stop trying to learn these from abstract lists. It doesn't work well. Your brain thrives on context, on emotion, on stories, like Sophia and Ben's.
That narrative gives you anchors. And the other key is chunking.
Yes. Stop thinking make plus up. Think of the whole phrase as one block. Make up for. Make up a story. Make up, reconcile. Make up, noun. Make up, compose. Make up your mind.
Learn the whole chunk and connect it directly to a specific situation or meaning. That's how you build that automatic native speaker recall.
It transforms these tricky verbs from something frustrating into, well, almost like a sophisticated puzzle to solve. And each one you figure out this way builds your overall linguistic intuition. It's incredibly empowering.
Absolutely. So our goal today wasn't just to teach you 6 meanings of makeup. It was really to hand you a method. A powerful, transferable way to tackle all the tricky, idiomatic bits of English.
Find the story, grasp the structure for that specific meaning, link it to an emotion or context, and learn the whole chunk.
That narrative-based strategy, that's your tool for mastering the rest. So we've seen how powerful a simple story can be for just one verb. Now think about it. If makeup opens up these 6 different worlds, what about other common verbs, like take, or put, or get? What universe of meaning could they unlock if you approach them with this same narrative, context-driven strategy?
That's the next step on your fluency journey, applying this way of thinking more broadly.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes, thank you. We really hope this method gives you a lasting, effective tool to finally conquer these phrasal verbs with real confidence.